Hi there, my name is Harriet Walker and I am an accredited practicing dietitian and sports dietitian. Now today's topic I'm talking about bacteria, specifically gut bacteria. It's a topic that I have a lot of personal interest in, growing up with an autistic sibling. There's a lot of research around whether or not gut function actually affects the autistic traits in people with autism. And also more and more research is coming out about the topic. So it's a topic I've been reading about for many years now, and the more research that comes out, the more excited I get about it. So let's discuss first of all what actually is the gut. Really we're talking about the stomach, the small intestine and large intestine. This is a place which houses the bacteria. If you think about our digestive tract is a tube, and it's lined with a fine film of bacteria which live in the little the cells, and they kind of come along for the ride with us. If you think about that big elephant picture with the little bird on top, the bird's eating the little bugs off the back of the elephant. It's the same sort of concept whereby we house the bacteria because they can't live externally, and the bacteria help us, and they do so by assisting with hormone production, neurotransmitter production, digestion, as well as absorption of nutrients, and they're actually one of the first line defenses for our immune function. So you can actually see how our gut, the environment in which all those little microbes live, is actually super important for our health. And the more research that comes out about it, the more we know we need to be looking after our gut, and we need to be feeding those little microbes food that they like, and that promotes their health and therefore promotes our health. So what we need to look at is, in terms of gut bacteria, what does a healthy gut look like? And the story is the same as all the other stories about health. There's actually many different profiles of gut health. Depending on which country you go to and depending on traditional diets in that country, people are going to have a different looking gut bacteria profile. We know that the different foods that we eat on a regular basis, so our patterns in our diet, will actually dictate our gut profile. It's important to note that there's actually between 500 and 1,000 different types of bacteria in our gut. So there is a lot to be thinking about here in terms of what is good bacteria and what's bad bacteria. We also know that there's going to be variations from person to person according to diet and lifestyle habits, genetics, and sort of acute and long-term factors that impact our gut bacteria profile. What we do know are the two major families of gut bacteria, which make up 90% of that, around 1,000 types. So we look at families, and then we look at the smaller names which make up the different varieties of bacteria in our gut. We have Bacteroides and we've got Firmicutes. And under those two branches there's lots of different types of bacteria which you can look up quite easily. What we do know is that the ratio between Bacteroides and Firmicutes, or Firmicutes, depending on who you ask, plays a big role in health. Now this is just starting to come to the forefront, so we really don't know a lot about this. But what has been shown is there's a tendency towards being a higher ratio of Bacteroides to Firmicutes for people who are lean, whereas people who are obese and are less well have a ratio which is more dominant in the Firmicutes versus the Bacteroides. And this has a low level inflammatory effect in the body, which really means that we're putting ourselves at greater risk of disease. A lot of diseases are actually rooted in that low level inflammation. They really start off there, and we're finding that low level inflammation, a lot of it may be actually starting in the gut. So we've got a little bit of understanding about what our gut is. So it's that little environment in our digestive system which houses those microbiomes, like a little bird sitting on the elephant. The microbiome is not human, it is its own thing, which is housed in our gut, which helps us and we help it. And how do we help keep our gut bacteria healthy and happy? Well, one of the biggest ways we can do that is through diet. Now, this is when we start introducing two terms, one being probiotics and one being prebiotics. So probiotics refer to living, non-pathogenic microbes that have a beneficial effect on our gut. And then we look at probiotics, which are non-digestible compounds, such as those in carbohydrates, like the fibres in fruit and vegetables, which are non-digestible, but when are digested, get broken down. They're digested by the gut, the bacteria in our gut. They're their food, and they produce short-chain fatty acids, which are highly beneficial for us, and they keep the gut bacteria healthy. So we can introduce more probiotics into our diet by having fermented foods, such as yogurts, kefir, kombucha, sauerkraut. Then we've also got the prebiotics, which are those non-digestible carbohydrates, which come in the form of fibre. And sorry to say that it's the vegetables that are going to help us out here. We know that a very large proportion of Australians aren't eating enough vegetables, and also suffer from a lot of lifestyle-related diseases. And I hazard a guess that if we ate more vegetables and fruit, that we would be less likely to be suffering from the amount of lifestyle diseases that we have. Just a speculation. I'm sure that we could find a research paper to back me up there. Also, what's really important are the antioxidant family, polyphenols. We know from research in the gut bacteria realm that polyphenols found in foods such as spices like cloves. Then we've also got red wine, coffee, cocoa, so dark chocolate, not light chocolate, are also really beneficial for feeding the bacteria in the gut. Polyphenols get digested by the bacteria, and it's happy days for us and our gut. So basically the long and short story here is that gut health is a really modern topic. And as to whether or not we can pin down it as being the one and only cause of disease, and the one and only way to make ourselves healthy, yet remains to be seen. And as always, it's very rarely one thing that is the answer. It's actually many things. But what we can do is actually assist amplify our health by looking after what we have already. It's unlikely that a short stint diet is going to change a microbiome, increase those healthy bacteria. It's really the small things done regularly, as it always is, that give us the best outcomes for our gut and our health. So what can we do? We can increase foods that are rich in fibre, including whole grains, fruit, vegetables, legumes. We can increase the polyphenol-rich foods such as red wine, 1 glass a day, no more please. Coffees, teas, berries, dark foods. Polyphenols are an antioxidant and are rich in the foods that are rich in colour as well. And we can also include probiotic-rich foods, which are those that are fermented food that contain live bacteria, like yogurts, kefir, kombucha, kimchi, and foods found in traditional diets. Then we can also be making sure that we are sleeping well. We do know that lack of sleep can affect our microbiome, and getting our circadian rhythm out of whack can actually impact the diversity of bacteria in our gut. And we can also look at stress. We know that stress definitely has an impact in the profile of our gut bacteria, so reducing stress will actually positively affect our gut bacteria environment as well. So basically it's the same recommendations as what we would have for a lot of different lifestyle related issues. Eat more vegetables, sleep, exercise and rest properly, and we'll be coming up cartwheeling at 80, and that's my goal anyway. Thanks for listening. Cheers.